Welcome, Study Smart Tutors. Today we are going to do a brief demonstration on how to log attendance for the DOI program. To get started, you are going to click the Create Session button found here. It is the blue circle with the plus sign. The first step is to select the date and start time of the session. So for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to say this session was held on Friday, January 17th at 3:30 p.m. And then you need to select the duration of the session. You can change the duration of the session by dragging this little bar across to the appropriate amount of time. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to say this session was 30 minutes long. Once you have selected your date and time and your session duration, you are going to click Next to move on to the next step. You will now be prompted to select the school at which the session took place. For those of you that are on multiple assignments with Study Smart Tutors, there will be multiple schools listed. Please make sure you select the appropriate school. Once you have selected the school, it will ask you to select the program. You will click the little drop-down menu. For the purposes of this demonstration, you will select DOI. You will then be asked to select the session type, which will be after school, and then you will hit Next. You will then select the students who attended the session today. So today, Alexander attended the session, Anna attended the session, and Alyssa attended the session. Once all the students have been selected, you will hit Save. And so here we have the basic information for the session. We have the school name, we have the date and the time, the duration of the session, the number of students, and the program. We also have the 3 students who attended the session listed here. And if you can see that all of that information is correct, you will click the button at the bottom of the screen, and it'll prompt you to either schedule a session or to open a session. For this purpose, we want to click the green clock button that is the Open Session button. You will be prompted with a warning, letting you know that you cannot make additional changes to previous steps after this action, but if everything is accurately accounted for, then you can continue. Presentify will automatically input students as absent, and so you will need to go through and you'll need to mark the students as present. So starting with Alexander, we will click on the absent arrow next to his name, which will bring us to this page. You will go into the top right corner and you will click where it says absent to mark him as present. You will then have to input 5 points of data. First one is attendance, as in how long the student attended the session. The student was here for the entire duration of the session. Because they were here for the entire duration of the session, they were not tardy. The notes section, it is going to ask you if there was an issue with internet, an issue with a student's device, both an issue with internet and a student's device, or other. If there was no issue to note, you can just leave this section blank. You will then move on to the subject. It will either be high school ELA or math, middle school ELA or math, or elementary school ELA or math. In this case, we are working with elementary school ELA. And then you need to input the grade level of the student. In this case, the student is in 3rd grade. Once you have input all this data, you will select Save Details. And then you will continue with the rest of the students. So we will go and mark Anna as present. She attended the full duration of the session. She was not tardy. There's no notes. It was elementary school ELA. and she is also in 3rd grade. So we will select Save Details. We will go to Alyssa, mark her as present. She only attended 25 minutes of the session because she was 5 minutes tardy. Again, there's no note. We worked on elementary school ELA, and she is also in 3rd grade, and we save details. After that, you are just about finished. There's one last step, which is one of the most important steps, which is to close the session. As of right now, the session is open and able to be edited. In order for the information to be captured by our team and sent to the district, we need to close the session. So you need to click this red clock down at the bottom. It will prompt you with a warning that after this action, you will no longer be able to make any changes to this session. If everything is accurate, you can click yes to continue and submit your attendance for the day. Once you have seen this red bar at the top, you know that the session has been closed, and therefore it has been uploaded and is now inputted into the district's hands. Thank you, and if you have any other questions, you can refer to the Presentify handbook for a detailed walkthrough of this protocol.